from my experience. Some of it is going to be from from some material, and a lot of it is going to be from a book that I will give to all of you guys, and you should have all read it. But I haven't read this book in about 13 years, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to take a look. It just happened to kind of come, things just kind of pop up, and you don't really know why it happens, but it happens, and you're like, oh, you know what, this book fell off my bookshelf. Maybe I should read it. That's like what I'm talking about. So that's kind of how it happened. And the book is called The 45-Second Presentation That Will Change Your Life. And this is by Don Failla. Failla. And you can find some of his trainings on YouTube. They're phenomenal, all of them. He's a legend in network marketing. And I think I'll give it to you. It's a PDF. It's in a PDF format, but you can find it, I'm sure, in paperback or something. But here he really gives you the steps of being able to have the proper conversation. I'm going to read some segments from the book for you guys from the book tonight, and I'm going to expand and explore some of those sentences just so you have a better understanding of what's really going on. So I hope that you guys, you gotta, you know, this hopefully more people are going to be able to get on the call. But let me see what this is. This meeting is being recorded. Perfect. I like when meetings are recorded, and this is how we're going to do it. So let's see. I'll give it another minute, and we'll get going. How many of you guys are excited? I'm excited for it. I'm just excited. I'm gonna get a chance to chat to you about this stuff. This is like amazing stuff.
I'm
And
excited.
I know, man. I know, bro. I know, because we're gonna take it to the next level. So I think before I get into this MLM thing, I really want you to you know what? No, I'm gonna leave this for last. I'll do that. Let's get into this book, and let me share with you one of the things that I really think that is not giving our new people a good chance of winning. That's number one. And the second thing, they're not really understanding the power of network marketing and the power of multi-level marketing. And I think this is one of the biggest culprits, in my opinion, that we were so adamant about when we first started with Renata and ACN. We were crazy about this concept that I'm going to share with you today. And many of you heard this before, but I don't believe that we're implementing it. And I think that the reason why we're not growing as fast as we could be growing is because we're not implementing this concept. And this is the concept that will grow your business. This is the concept that will grow your ACN business for you, for ACN, and for anybody new. But you have to be really careful, because when I say anybody new that understands this concept. Let me bring this to you in a perspective. I probably could have worded that better, but imagine if you have, if you went and got pilot lessons, right? Air pilot, and you learn how to fly, and you actually got a brand new jet. Now you're flying this jet, you're super excited, right? You're freaking out excited because you've never flown before, but now that you took this course and you learned how to fly the plane, you're able to fly it, right? That's pretty exciting. Could be great. I mean, flying a plane is exciting in itself. It's just so amazing. So let me ask you this question. How many of you would give somebody who's really close to you, a friend or a family member, that said, "Dude, this plane is insane. It's beautiful. I love it. I want to fly that plane." let me take it for a spin around the block, right? And you say, what do you say? Hell no. One, the plane's very expensive. And two, you do not know how to fly. So here's what, and here's guys, and here's the relation that I want you to understand. And here's the parallel. And it's so brilliantly put by this very guy, Don Failla. And he brings a slightly different example, but what we're doing is we're giving people everything that we know about ACN. We're sharing the opportunity with them, how amazing the products are, how you can generate revenue, how you can build a team, how you can do this, how you can do that. But what we're not teaching them is how to fly the plane. So having the opportunity is like having the plane. Learning how to build a business is like flying the plane. See, you have to know how to build this business. You have to know how to drive. If you don't know how to drive or fly the plane, you're not even going to take off. And if you do get a chance to take off, you're going to crash and burn momentarily. Same thing if you've never driven a car and you get into a friend's Lamborghini or a Ferrari or an Aston Martin or whatever your heart desires, you name a sports car, you will crash it almost immediately because you don't know how to drive. You have the vehicle. ACN is the vehicle, but you have to know exactly what to do. You have to know how to drive the car, how to fly the plane, and how to work the ACN system. And I think this is one of the crucial components that we're missing right now. We know how to present. We have a good idea of how to launch somebody. Those of you that have been in the business for more than 3 months know how to launch someone. Okay. If you don't, I recommend you come to the training. That's really kind of a launch. And help someone get we kind of know how to do that. But what ends up happening is because we're not teaching them the actual system, the concepts that are within the company that everyone should know about and everyone should be working on. And I mean acquiring customers and growing your team. Those are the two components, right? That's how you drive the game. That's how you drive ACN. And that's how you drive in, the ACN system. And this is what's going to allow you to build a business. Nobody wants to come into this company and try to figure out what to do next. There's so many people that got on board, okay? They did a few things, right, that were kind of necessary. And then they're in a place where like, I kind of know what to do, but I'm a little apprehensive. I kind of know what to say and how to invite, but I'm a little apprehensive. I kind of know how to build this, but I'm not really sure. So they kind of try to, okay, maybe I need to read a book, so they start getting into this training situation, right? Into this training mode. And what ends up happening with this training mode is they kind of get stuck in the training and they never get a chance to get out there and actually do the business, right? And what that means is this: you have a beautiful car standing outside of your house, but you can't drive it because you don't know how to drive that car. It's like if I put an 18-wheeler in your home and and that's the only thing that's going to get you to financial freedom, you can't go anywhere. You don't know how to drive an 18-wheeler. You don't know how to do it, which means it's just going to stand there. So you have the vehicle, ACN, you have the vehicle that'll get you to prosperity, that'll get you to financial freedom, that'll get you to financial independence. You've got the vehicle. Now you got to learn how to drive. See, when someone decides to become a CPA or an attorney or go into a medical profession, the way they learn how to drive is by going to school. This is the course. Okay. And we also have a school, and that school is learning about how to grow your business and what to do in your business. Okay. So I'm going to share this with you, and then I'm going to get into the book. We When we first started, I remember in 2013 when I got involved, our presentation looked very different. And our sorting was extremely quick. Like our sorting was so fast that we had people come into the present, right? We had a room of people. People would come in, we would turn the lights on, we would play a video, and then we had people leave after the video. That's how awesome our business model was. And let me tell you why that's so important. It's not, oh no, my prospect left. Oh, how am I going to ever have success here? We were excited when people left the room. And I remember Brian talking about this. You're going to be excited when people leave because you won't need to waste your time with that person. And the people that stayed until the end and had questions at the end were the ones that got in. This is why we had so much success. And the presentation was different. The comp plan was a little different, but it's not because of the comp plan. The presentation was focused on how to build a team, on how to grow within the company and use the MLM system, the multi-level marketing system, to grow your business. This is what I think is missing from our conversations that we're having with people, because we focus on helping people get in the business and give them the ability to do this part-time. Guys, how many of you know for a fact that if you decide to do something right now, okay, but you're like, but I got to do this first, this next thing that you're doing takes a back seat and you may not even get to it that day or the next day or a week or in 2 weeks because it's not in your peripheral. It's not in your you're not even focused on it anymore. So what we're doing is, okay, you can do this business part-time. Great. I would love to have success in a business doing it part-time. Fantastic. What do I have to do? Okay, you got to get some customers. Fantastic. Do you know any people that might be interested in doing this, doing this? Oh, yeah, I might know some people. This is where everything starts to break down. I might know some people this is not what we're looking for. I'm not like, again, the most important thing that you can get from a brand new person is their warm market. It's never ever going to change. That's what it is. So here's in the book, okay, and I'll get to some of the things to read to you, but in the book, he makes the fact the recruiting part of the business truly one of the most important things in the business. As a matter of fact, he believes that it's more important than acquiring customers. I'll explain to you why. Because if you can have, let's say that you decide that you really want to build this, like a team, and you decide that the only people I'm going to want in my business are people like me. Would that be cool? Okay. So I know that in my career with ACN, my goal is to find 5 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that will do exactly what I'm doing. And that is the only thing I care about. I only want to find 5 people. If I have to talk to 50, I'll speak to 50. If I have to talk to 100, I'll talk to 100. If I have to talk to 1,000, I'll talk to 1,000 to find the 5. Okay? Here's why 5 is so important. The reason why you're looking for one of those 5s and the attributes for that one individual is that he has to want to do what you're doing. What do you want to do? You want to find how many? 5. If I can't get a commitment from that individual that he's going to want to get 5 people, he's not going to be one of my 5. Does that make sense? He can still be my partner. She can still be my partner. She can still get customers. She can still invite, but they will now be part of my generals. They're just going to be on my team. They're going to be part of the army. That's fine. No problem. But all I'm looking for is 5. You can start with 2 and then go 3 and then go 4 and then go 5. Okay. Now, if I can make that my goal for the rest of your network marketing career, and if you understand how powerful that goal is and you'll be able to teach that other person what they need to do, you will have a ton of success in this business. I'm telling you. And you'll never have to sell a thing. Ever. This is not sales. This is sorting. This is sharing. This is exactly what it is. So I'm gonna go to the book. I don't want to share the screen, and the reason why I don't want to share the screen is because you're gonna be reading. And I don't want you to read. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to the words, and I want you to pay attention. If I share the screen, you're gonna read. I don't want you to do that. Okay. So I'm gonna read to you some of the things that I found just from the first chapter, you guys. Okay. Just from the first chapter, that'll give you so many. Already, it's gonna give you so much more confidence in why this is so amazing. I can't even tell you. I started rereading this. I was like, oh my God, where has this been? Right? So when I tell you that there's certain things that happen to you in your life, like a book just falls on your lap, it's providence. Okay? And this is exactly what I think we've been missing. And what we've been missing is the fact that this is an MLM business. And most people that say something about MLM business is because they don't understand. Let me go even further than that. 95% of all of the people in the world do not understand MLM and network marketing. Did you guys hear that? 95%, they think they understand, but they don't. Close to 90% of network marketers don't know what MLM is and what network marketing is, being inside the business. And this is why you just need 5. Okay, so here, in the very beginning, he kind of goes a little bit about multi-level marketing, what it means, all these different things. And he says there's really only 3 basic methods of moving products, services. Hold up 3 fingers as you demonstrate this. 3, retailing. I'm sure everyone's familiar with retailing, the grocery store, drugstore, department store. You go into a store, you buy something. Direct sales would usually, but not always, include insurance, cookware, encyclopedias, water filtration, whatever. Solar systems, right? Avon, right? Lipware, home parties, etc. Things like that. Those are called direct sales. Okay, you actually go to the person's home and you have a conversation. And then multi-level marketing. And multi-level marketing is the one we shall be discussing in this book. It should not be confused with the other 2, especially with direct sales. This is so important, you guys, because when we talk a lot, even the co-founders, when they talk about network marketing, they refer to it as direct sales. It's not direct sales. ACN is a part of the Direct Sales Association, but this is not a direct sales company because we don't sell anything. See, you can't have a company that's in direct sales that doesn't sell anything. We don't sell anything. We're not salespeople. We have services that people are using, and we're going to try to get them to become a customer without selling them on the service. They already have the service. You don't have to sell them on anything. And then we're going to talk to other people to become business partners, right? So check this out. Mail order is another type of business. That's another way to move product. And there's another one, and you guys all heard of this. 5th type, often confused with MLM, I've already mentioned, is pyramid sales. The fact is pyramids are illegal. One of the main reasons they may be illegal is their failure to move a product or a service to provide a valid service. Okay. So if a product doesn't move, how can you call it marketing? right? If someone just gets in and because they got in, you get paid, that's an illegal pyramid because no product is moving. In ACN, for anyone to get paid a commission or a bonus or a cab bonus, customers have to get acquired. That's when bonuses are triggered, which means the service is being moved through the system. There's a marketing arm to that. That's what we do, okay? Well, the main objection, most objections that people have about getting into multi-level marketing are due to their not realizing the differences between MLM and direct sales methods of marketing. This confusion is understandable because most reputable MLM companies belong to the direct selling associations, which is something I just mentioned. You've been conditioned perhaps to think of them as door-to-door direct sales programs because your first encounter with them was when a distributor knocked on your door to sell you something. There are some features that differentiate MLM from retail and direct sales companies. One very significant difference is that in MLM, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. A direct sales company, you're not in business for yourself, you're working for someone. You have a boss. There's no such thing in MLM. And this is what makes it so, so, so different. Okay. Obviously, tax advantage of things. He goes into other things here. Now, here's an important point. Let your sales come as the natural result of building the organization. What he means by sales here is the moving of product, not physical sale. Okay. Excuse me. More people fail than succeed by trying to do it the other way around. They try to build the organization by emphasizing selling. As you read through the napkin presentations that follow, you will see this concept unfold before you. The word selling triggers negative thoughts in minds of about 95% of the people. In MLM, you don't need to sell the product in the traditional sense of the word. However, product does have to move, or service does have to move, or nobody gets paid. Don Fayolle defines selling as calling on strangers, trying to sell them something they may neither need nor want. Again, product has to move or nobody gets paid. Another name for MLM is network marketing. When you build an organization, you're actually building a network through which to channel your product or service. Retailing is the foundation of network marketing. Sales in MLM or network marketing come from distributing, sharing with their friends, neighbors, and relatives. They never have to talk to strangers. Okay. Here is the good part. He talks a little bit about sponsorship, understanding responsibility, and things like that. So, the purpose of this book, to teach you the things you need to know to be able to build an organization, to build it fast, to develop certain and proper attitudes about MLM. If a person thinks multi-level marketing is illegal, having a connotation of being like a pyramid, and they do not make that connotation, you are going to have trouble sponsoring them. That's just the way it is, which means you need to help them understand. You must teach them the facts to eliminate their attitude of mistaking a true multi-level marketing organization as being a pyramid. One example you could show them is the illustration on the right. I'm going to share this illustration with you real quick, just so you have an understanding of what I'm talking about, and you'll see. And I'll read through it with you guys. I hope you can see that. Okay. Okay. So in the MLM triangle, everybody starts at the bottom, right here. Everyone starts at the bottom and has the opportunity to build a large organization. You can build an organization many times larger than a sponsor organization if you want. The main objective is to get your prospect into a general discussion concerning MLM and explain with your three fingers the difference between retailing, direct sales, and multi-level marketing. Then you have a good start at sponsoring them into a particular MLM vehicle. Okay. So now you saw what that looked like. Now I'm going to go on real quick, and then we're going to get into some meat. In this chapter, he just gives you some of the really basics that are really important and what you need to teach to someone. Okay. And the things that we don't show is the fact that this is about numbers. I don't want to say it's a numbers game, it's kind of a numbers game, but the numbers that I'm talking about are different from just talking to a lot of people and and finding the five. You can find two. And this is the concept, you guys. Two get two means that there's four people in your business. And I really want you to start to paying attention right now. Two get two will get you four. So if I'm focused on finding two business partners that are only willing to do what I'm going to do, which is find two business partners that are willing to sponsor two. Okay. On level 3, I will have 8 partners, which means now I have 8 plus 4 plus 2. I have 14 business partners in my company just on level 3. And all I did was find two that were willing to do what I was willing to do. Find two people that are willing to find two people and put them in front of the information and do what you do. So here is the concept, you guys. We have to get to a place where we're so confident. I mean, everyone has to be there. If you guys are on this call, if this is a leadership call, and you guys are here, then I believe that there's something in you that you just don't want to give up, and that's important, right? But we don't want to just not give up and still not get to where we want to go. We actually want to go somewhere, and I want you to get there as quickly as possible, and you can do it. Because if you share this information with the right person, they'll see it, they'll get it, they'll go and do what you do. So if you write this out, the progression, right? Two get two is four. And then if four get two, now we're at 8. And like I mentioned, we're already at 14 business partners, just 3 levels down. Okay, 3 generations down, we're at 14 business partners. Guys, I am telling you, that if the two people you sponsored are willing to do the same, you will know and they will do the same thing very, very quickly. If they won't do it, it's not the 2 or the 1, maybe it's one, but not the other. Does that make sense? Okay, so as they do that, the next at level 4, that's an additional 16 people, which means there are 30 people in your business at level 4, right? We go 5 deep. When I say we got to sponsor 5 to go 5 deep, this is our comp plan. It's 5 levels deep. So if I'm sponsoring 2, they get 2, they get 2, they get 2. Eventually, once the 16 sponsor 2, you're at 32. Okay? There's 62 people in your business. You have 2 plus 4, that's 6, plus 8, 14, plus 16, that's 30, plus 32. 64 people in your business. You obviously don't want to sponsor someone who's not going to want to qualify, and they have to be excited. Like if you guys were on today's call at 1 p.m., they got to be excited about getting free energy. They got to be excited about getting a free cell phone service. They got to be excited of paying less for health share. They got to be excited about getting free identity theft protection. They have to be excited about the vehicle, but they have to be more excited about this. So obviously, when I'm talking about 2 get 2, and your goal is to get those 2 people to sponsor 2, we're not even discussing qualifications. That goes without saying. Is that fair with you guys? Does that make sense? Like if they get involved, and the only way for this to work is they gotta qualify, they gotta get some customers. We'll talk about customers in a minute. I just want you to get this 2 get 2 concept, because if you understand this, this is how you grow the business. This is your MLM. This is the opportunity. This is the MLM aspect that we haven't spoken about in a really long time. Because everyone's afraid, like, well, how am I going to find so many people? Well, we talk about people with thousands of business partners. We're talking about people. We're talking about companies with, people with that are building huge organizations, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 business partners with hundreds of thousands of customers. And when you say it to people, they're like, "Oh my God, how am I ever going to do that? I can only do this part time. I don't know anything. I don't really know that many people." So we're scaring these people into oblivion with giving them these crazy numbers. The concept is focus on something very small. Focus on 2 getting 2, then on 3 getting 3. Guys, do you know what the difference between 2 getting 2 and 3 getting 3 at level 5 is? Anybody have any idea? And what I mean by that is instead of 2 get 2, we get 3 get 3. So at level 2, if you get 2 get 2, you have 4. At level 2, if you have 3 get 3, is 9. At level 3, level 2 is 9. Level 3 is 8 versus 27. Level 4 is 16 versus 81. And level 5 is 32 versus 243. You know what the difference between 32 and 243 is, Manny? What is it? What's the difference between 32 and 243?
Open that one more time. The difference between
32, which is level 5, if you get 2, get 2. And 243, which is 3 get 3. You know what the difference is?
no, give me that
208. 208.
1.
That's right. 1. The difference is 1. It's not 200 and 211, which is what most of you are thinking. Well, 211 plus 32 is 243. That's not the difference. The difference is 3 get 3 instead of 2 get 2. The difference is 1. You guys understand the power of this business? See, this is what I think is missing. We're not thinking, we're not showing this to other people. And they're like, well, how am I going to recruit all these people? Right? We all hear about you constantly have to recruit. I'm not saying you don't. You do, because people burn out. People move to different states. People move to different countries. Some stuff happens to your team. It happens all the time with every team. The reason why we're always recruiting is we're like hope dealers, right? We bless people. We want, not just because we still need the 5th person, but just because that's what we do. That's how much we love the company. That's how much we love the business. Greg Provenzano still recruits. Tony recruits. Raskin recruits. They all still recruit. They talk to people all the time. They create relationships. They cultivate those relationships. They introduce them to the concept. Guys, I think you need to understand why this is so important. And I think we lost some of this as the presentations start to move away from these things, because the FTC had something to do with it. The success claims had to be really toned down, so a lot of it had to kind of disappear. But if you get a person like you in this business who just decides to do that, you start with 2 get 2, and then you go 3 get 3. Now let me tell you what the difference. Can I just share with you guys what the numbers look like if you decide to get 4 and teach those 4 how to get 4? God, it's insane. You're ready to get, like, you're gonna not believe your ears when I tell you the numbers. They're nuts. Just totally nuts. See, on level 1, if you sponsor 2, you'll have 2. On level 2, you'll have 4, right? If you're doing it 3-way, right, you first sponsor 3, that'll be your level 1. Your level 2, you'll have 9 because those 3 get 3. Does that make sense so far? Everybody with me? Okay, here's what happens when you do 4. If you sponsor 4, your front line, that means, and they go out and sponsor 4 each. What's my level 2? 16. Yes? It took me 4 levels to go 2, get 2, get 2, get 2 to get to 16. Here at level 2, by sponsoring 4 and teaching them how to sponsor 4, I'm at 16, level 2. At level 3, you guys ready for this number? 64. 64 would be level 6 if you go 2, get 2. That will be level 6 for you. But this is level 3 if you decide to go get 4 and teach other people how to get 4. And that's the goal, you guys. I just want you to get that concept through your brain because it's really important. I want you to think of what you have to do, how much you have to work, how much you have to think, how much you have to figure out, how much you have to train, how much personal development you need to get out there and sponsor 4 people that want to do the same thing that you're doing. Okay, just 4. Because at level 4, you're going to have 256 business partners. That's if you get 4, get 4. Okay, if you teach them how to get 4, because you got 4, you can teach someone else how to get 4. I spoke to X amount of people, I did this many presentations, I acquired this many customers, and this is how it went. Okay, you guys ready? What happens? You guys want to know what happens at level 5 if you go 4, get 4? On level 5, just on level 5, you will have 1,024 business partners. That's opposed to 32 if you just go 2 and 2. You know what the difference is? Between 243, if you go 3, get 3, and 1,024 if you get 4, get 4. If you decide to do 4, get 4 at level 5, on level 5, you will have 1,024 business partners. And if you calculate 1024 plus 256 plus 64 plus 16 plus 4, you will have a total of 1,364 business partners at level 5. No, through all 5 levels. How many of you know that this could be a real business? How many of you realize now that this is what we're missing? Because we're not teaching this concept. One last thing, 5, get 5. Level 1 is 5, level 2 is 25, level 3 is 125, level 4 is 625, level 5 is 3,125. The difference between 1,024 and 3,125 is 1. 3,125 business partners. That's a pretty good team. When I tell you, you don't have to sell, you don't have to sell. Hey, would you like to do something part-time where there's a proven system you can create something huge and you don't have to do it all by yourself? I'm going to teach you what I'm doing if you implement exactly what I'm doing. I don't care how much time you have. It can be 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, 5, 10 hours a week, whatever it is. Teach you the system. You'll never have to sell a single thing. I promise you, through the people that you talk, you're going to get your 20 customers, you're going to get your 30 customers, you're going to get your 40 customers, you're going to get your 50 customers, 100 customers. That's just through all the people that are going to say no, they're not sure, just become business partners. They're going to, those are the people that are going to be that's the army, right? Well, we're looking for the generals. So can you imagine 5 by 5? Can you just imagine what can happen to your business? Now, I know we're coming up at 8 o'clock. I really believe that this is one of the key components for us to start getting people to see the bigger picture of MLM and really understanding. So I will give you this book, you guys. It's a PDF. I'm going to post it in the chat. You guys can download it. And I recommend that you guys read this thoroughly, as many times as you possibly can. Go through it, take notes, draw on it, write on it, print it, do whatever you need to do. Okay. That's the first part of the training. We don't have that much time, but I still wanted to share with you this one thing. I want you to, I was listening to partial training by Jeff Weber that they did in January. And, he had this kid there that was like acquiring all these customers. And I was like, it's so crazy that just one person can go out there and get so many customers, right? So I said, well, what if, I wanted to see what the numbers would be like for me if I went out and acquired health share customers, right? Whether they're business or a family or individual, it doesn't matter. Okay. So I wanted to put the numbers together for me. And I did put the numbers together for me. And hopefully I can find my file if you give me 1 second and I'll share it with you because I like I couldn't put my head around the amount of revenue that you can get just from personal customers, like just personal customers. Okay. Um, okay, I found it. Lucky you. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Guys, first of all, I want you to know this is obviously a hypothetical example. Okay, I'm going to give you what's there to explain exactly what it looks like. But I want you to understand the potential here, and I want you to make a commitment. And that commitment is to create, create a a game plan for yourself how you're going to get out and get 50 customers, 50 impact customers. Make the game plan, figure it out. You need help, call me. We'll do it together. I'll share some ideas I have. You can figure out, you can give me some ideas. We can share it with the team. We all know different people. We all live in different places. There's thousands of small businesses that you can get out there and help and bless. And I'm telling you, once you see these numbers, you're not going to believe your eyes. Okay, you're just not. And I wish I could kind of make it so you don't see everything at once, but it's okay. So let me share my screen and just try to focus with me. Okay. So you guys see my spreadsheet? Okay, beautiful. Okay, personal commissions. So over here, I'm gonna can you guys see me highlight? You saw the highlight? Okay, great. So as you guys know, these points are how we get to the percentages, right? So for us to get 3%, we need anywhere from 1 to 39 points, 5%, 40 to 59, etc. Okay, and then at 200 points, we're getting 20%. So here's what I'm doing. Okay, with impact, if the premium amount, okay, is up to $149, and that could be like a 22-year-old who's paying $80 a month or $90 a month or something, right? It's going to be a 2-point customer. Everybody with me? Okay. Anywhere from 150 to 349 in premium, which means this is what this person or this family is going to pay. You're going to get 4 points for that customer. The sweet spot is 350 to 549 or 515 higher, which means that on average, your customer is going to be a 5-point customer because it's going to be a family, most likely, or a business. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. I know your eyes are running all over the place. I just want you to just stick with me for a minute because this is really important. So for individual and groups of up to 15 accounts, the commission will stay at 40%. Most of you don't know this, but I'm sharing this with you so you know. If the group, a business account is more than 16, up to 49, your commission will goes down to 25%, which is still a lot of money because typically when you have 16 employees and they're all going to be on the health share, that's a pretty hefty bill. 7, 8,000, could be 10,000, I don't know, per month. All right, so you take 25% of that and you take your 20, you're good to go. Now here, let's break down these numbers. Right, 3% commissions, that's if you just get 5 customers. Everybody with me so far? We get 5 impact customers, 5 points each. We are at 25 points. $400 is the average bill. Okay, that's the average premium, 400. Okay. If that's the average premium, we're getting 40% commission, but our percent is 3. Our residual is $24 a month from those 5 customers. Here's how I got to that number. Pay attention really quick because I know we're running out of time. I took 5 customers multiplied by 400. That's $2,000. That's the billing from the 5 customers. With me so far? Okay. After that, I took 40% of 2,000. 2,000, 40% is $800. And I get 3% because I only have 5 customers and 25 points. Okay, so 3% of 800 is $24. Everybody see how I got to that number? Okay, we're gonna move on. And now we're gonna get 10 customers. That's gonna give us 50 customer points. At 50 customer points, you're at 5%. Watch what happens when it goes up to 5 and we have 10 customers. Now your residual income is $80 a month. You take an average bill of cell phone bill, an average gas electricity bill, an average cable bill, internet bill. You're not getting a $24 commission from 5 customers. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be less than that. This is how powerful impact is when it comes to money. At 5% and 10 customers, 50 points, you're at $80 a month. Once you get to 10%, all you need is 15 customers, that's 75 points. 10 customers, 15 customers, 75 points, you get you 10%, $240. How many of you think you can get out there and find 15 impact customers and get $240 a month? Personal customers, guys, forget the team. Okay? 15 customers, $240 a month. 20 customers, now you're at 14%, $448 a month. Personal customers, 30 personal customers, 150 points, you're getting 17%. That's $816. You see, most of you can't think of numbers like this because you're not looking. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to look for. You don't know how to do this. I'm telling you, this is right there. It's in front of your face. I just want to put it in front of your face so you understand. Now I'm finally getting to my 200 customer points with 40 customers, 40 impact customers. So I tell you, write down your goal, 50 impact customers. 50 impact customers. And if their average premium is $400 a month, at 40, you're at $1,280 a month in passive income, in residual income. If we're going to take that premium to $600, look at your numbers. At 3%, 5 customers, you're $36. 5%, 10 customers, $120. 10% at 15 customers, $360. 14%, 20 customers, $672. 17%, 30 customers, $1,224 a month, and you're almost at $2,000 a month with 40 customers, 40 impact customers at $600 premium. You're almost at $2,000 a month. These are personal customers, you guys. I don't care what you have to do. Make some cold calls, talk to some people, find out if they know anybody. I don't know, you guys, but I'm telling you, this is a huge number. So I said, you know what about a commercial? What if I go to, what if all my customers are business customers? Okay. Now I took this down to revenue of 25%, not 40. Remember, if it's under 15, it's 25, right? If it's 40. If it's 16 and over, it's 25 commissionable. So I played it really safe, like a real conservative number. Okay. If their premium is $3,500, which I think it will be more, But if their premium is $3,500, even if you have 5 customers, you're making $131 a month. That's just 3%. And this is off of 25 commissionable, not 40. At 10 customers, you're at 437. 15 customers, $1,300. 20 customers, $2,450. Personal residual income from businesses who will go and become your impact customers. 30 customers, $4,400. 40 customers, $7,000 a month. See, when I tell you guys that you can build a career with impact, you can build a career just by getting your own customers. Imagine if you did 2 get 2 and they committed for the next 12 months to get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 partners that will do what they do, which is get out there and get 20, 30 or 40 or 50 impact customers. Can you imagine how quickly you're going to become an RVP and an SVP because you won't even need to worry about your billing? The billing here is monster. Watch. 40 customers times $3,500. Your billing on with 40 customers at $3,500 is $140,000 a month. $140,000 a month. That's your billing with 140 customers. I'm sorry, with 40 customers. Your residual is 7,000. Your billing is 140,000. And let's go, we're gonna go real dumb. Let's just go 3 by 3. Multiply that number by 3. And if just your first level does that, what's 140 times 4? $560,000. That's you and 3 other people do exactly what you did. I know we're running out of time. Manny, you're up, brother. I hope that made some sense, you guys, because this is crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. We recorded this, so maybe you can get a chance to go look at the numbers again.